I couldn't figure out. I was out there Sunday, so I wanted to go to the 101st and Memorial. And I stayed on 101st.
Okay, the mother's saying you ought to be in here.
Turnpike, what did it say?
The 101st goes all the way.
Everybody's getting quiet now.
No, it's about the same picture camera, right? But if you lived out there and worked back this direction, it would be
I was looking for Lynn Lane, but it's never been.
It's gonna.
Okay, Barbara, say hi.
That's for sure.
I got off at the next one.
And there's an awful lot of people that are gonna end up living next to it.
Goes through out there.
Say hello.
I'm lost.
Hi. Dad, you want to say hi?
Hello.
Great.
What's going on?
There you go.
Hey, death and taxes, huh?
All right, Dwight, say hi.
Homegrown tomatoes.
All right.
Homegrown tomatoes bring you every time.
That's right.
You can get them closer.
Okay, we've got Jeff back there. Jeff, you want to say hi to the camera?
Get them at 90.
All right.
In the produce.
And like if you just cut.
But are they really?
They really are.
They really are.
They really are.
It tastes like it anyway.
That's right.
Pinned down
They're
sometimes.
better than, they're better than any I've had around here.
Well, these are really good. And you can get them even if he's not there, because you just leave his table out there and you just have the scale and you
Leave your money.
leave the money.
Oh my
And
gosh. I didn't know there's any place living like that.
said sometimes the morning.
Mother, you want to say something?
Oh, I think this is a wonderful occasion, and we're gonna enjoy your ribbon cutting, and looks like plenty of delicious food, and wish you a lot of success, continued success, and we're real proud of you,
Thank
and
you.
we love you.
All right. Okay, Barbara, you have anything you want to say?
Well, I too wish you continued success, and happy to have been with the group all these years. I think pretty much, what is it, 14?
Yeah, 15.
15 years. Grateful for all of the friendships and experiences. So, and continue for the next 15.
Thank you. Just say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's true. And over here, Johnny, just stay where you're at.
A good view of everybody.
Lights get the reflection.
Yeah.
It's the chocolate cake?
No, it's all right.
He's guarding it up there.
She's always hitting the photo parts of it. Well, you're swinging that thing around, you'll have everybody dizzy that's watching it.
Our August.
Oh, this is, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all of them.
Karen went to go get her ribbon and her scissors.
We let her
Okay,
out.
I said, she escaped.
Somebody else can come over and sit down if you like. Go ahead.
Let's, oh my goodness. Okay, Dwight. Hello?
This one. Okay.
Okay, everybody. Everyone gather around. Everyone gather behind. Come on, everybody. Come and gather all around. I want everybody to get short people in the front, tall in the back.
That's why they got me up front.
Everybody. Now, Leah, get close. Everybody that works here, get close, and then all the patients, you guys get around. I'm gonna get here. We're, I don't know about the camera, we may be getting too close. Let's see.
Okay, we're still okay.
Are you guys afraid of those big scissors? How close do they get? On you to get up to the scissors.
Waiting on you to get
Okay.
Now, when you cut, open them really wide, you cut to the very back.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely make your speech first.
I want to make a speech. It's going to be short, but I want to just let everybody know that about 25 years ago, I had a dream. And this dream was to bring alternative medicine to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And 15 years ago, we started the clinic, and I want to give a great thanks to Liam Merrick Flannery for being here the 15 years, for my parents over here for giving me the inspiration and help and assistance, moral support, for all of the patients and friends that I've made through having this clinic. And I feel like we gotta shoot for the moon, and if you don't make it, you're still amongst the stars. So I feel like I'm around a lot of stars shining and twinkling in my life. And I want to thank everyone, and thank Tulsa, and thank Chamber for coming out and doing this.
All right.
Third time's a try.
Get after it.
15 years.
Yeah.
Okay, Dad, do you want to get a picture of me going facing this way?
Yeah.
I'll get out and I'll get here with everybody.
Okay.
Okay, now I have a wide angle. Should I go get my wide angle camera?
I got a wide angle, but I don't know where the wide angle is going to get everybody right.
Do you guys mind waiting for a second? Let me go get the setting. Okay.
Wait till Teresa gets
I
back.
know the significance of 11:11.
That's what you want to do.
It's the exact time.
Teresa, they want to know the significance of the 11:11.
Do a couple of
Take
them.
one of her in it with ours too, the wide angle, and then her.
Congratulations to you.
Well, I thought I did all myself. It canceled out on his car.
Okay.
What do you think? Okay, you guys. Come on inside to where it's cool and enjoy the food.
That's all the speech you're going to do?
That's all I have. Do you think that was good enough?
Size.
Just right.
I work in photography. I'd love to take a picture.
Okay. All right.
It's not possible, but
today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Debbie Kirk. I live in Edmond. The way Teresa and I got to know each other is I did a chiropractic convention, which means I basically had an Arbonne booth talking about the progesterone cream and how the chiropractors can use this as a tool in their business. But I met Dr. Shannon Martin. She is here in Tulsa at the Downtown Chiropractic Clinic, and she signed up to do the progesterone cream in her clinic, and she then did the Tulsa Chamber of Commerce Business After Hours and recruited Teresa. So that's kind of how I've gotten to know Teresa, and we've worked a lot on
Okay, now I'm going to ask you to stop our October 20th, 19, yes, 2001. Here we go. We're in the new millennium.
basically it's probably been about 2.5 years ago, a friend of mine gave me a sample pack, and it's like this one right there at the end, and she asked me to try this on my face. And I was one of those that was very lucky to get my mascara off at night, and I used a Seabreeze with cotton ball to get my makeup off, and that was pretty much the extent of my entire skin. That was all I did. So when she handed that to me, I thought, oh, this is a little overwhelming, but I tried it, and after the 3-day sample, my skin was so different that I have never gone back. It was that dramatic for me. I had never really we never really talked much about skincare in my family. That was just never a real big deal with my mom and all. Oil of Olay or something like that. That was pretty much the extent. Whatever was on sale, that's what I would pick up. So for me to go from that to doing everything that I do with Arbonne is pretty much, I totally understand when someone says, yeah, I just am not really into taking care of my skin. I was at that point. And so within 2.5 years, my main thing I wanted to get rid of was was acne, oily skin, and ruddiness. I had very ruddy skin, you know, red patches and all, and my whole goal when I started with Arbonne was to be able to go without wearing foundation. And it was amazing to me how fast I could get to that point. And the reason I wear the foundation now mainly is more for this, the sunscreen in it more than anything. So anyway, that was my whole goal when I first started with Arbonne. And when I first started too, after I tried the sample pack, I thought, oh my gosh, I'll never be able to afford everything I wanted because I wanted it all. So this friend of mine asked me if I would have a class for her, much like this. I did, and because my whole goal was to get some free stuff. Well, one thing led to another. My class did really well. It was just a very natural thing for me to sign up with my own ID number because I had lots of family and friends at that I knew would buy from me, and that would help me to get my stuff cheaper. And about a year ago, I did Arbonne for about a year and a half, kind of one foot in, one foot out, just kind of played with it, just made a little bit extra money. But a year ago, when I first took my daughter to kindergarten, I remember sitting in the line in kindergarten thinking, what am I going to do next year? How am I going to justify staying home? Because 3 years ago, I quit my full-time job. I loved my job and everything. It was great pay, great benefits and everything, but I quit to stay home full-time with my kids. I never looked back. It was the greatest decision I ever made. But I remember sitting there thinking, what am I going to do next year? How can I justify staying home? And all of a sudden it dawned on me, why am I looking for something else? I don't want to go back full-time. I want to be home when they get home from school. I want to be there to put them on the bus in the morning. And I thought, I've got it sitting right here in my lab with Arbonne. And at that point, I put both feet in. And things have just very quickly moved since then. You know that you hear about how Providence moves once you decide to do something. You could never have told me that would have happened, but that's exactly what happened to me. Once I decided to do this, everything just started moving. So part of what I want to show you today is how, if you in your mind are thinking, well, I want a lot of stuff. How am I going to get my stuff cheaper? What if I want to stay home with my kids and all these things? If those are your thoughts, one of my goals today is to show you how simple this is. Arbonne came out with this flip chart, and I'm going to read a lot of this stuff on the back of this flip chart. It tells you exactly what to do. So if in this, if that comes to your mind, talk to us afterwards, and we can kind of tell you a little bit more about that. And I also have a sheet up here I was going to give to you all afterwards, but the person that recruited me, she is a physician's assistant, and she said, I was never looking for anything different. I love practicing medicine. I love doing all that, but when I had kids, my priorities changed. And through Arbonne, in 3 years, she has gotten her Mercedes, a white Mercedes is our car, and she's also now just working in the mornings, so she's home every afternoon with the kids. So for her, it was truly a godsend that was able to replace her income as a physician's assistant with Arbonne. So it's a great business opportunity. Okay, basically you know my story, my reason to do this. It changes all the time, but at this point it's to continue being able to stay home with the kids, and I love doing this business. I love the progesterone cream. We'll talk a little bit about that today, but we're not going to go into it a whole lot because that is a class all by itself. The last time I came up to do a class, it was 2 classes together. It was so long because it's so interesting, and then it's really 2 separate things. So if the progesterone cream is something you want to do a whole class on, let us know, and we'll do one really just on that to really get down to the nitty-gritty on that, because it's an awesome product. It is by far my biggest seller in my business. It is just awesome. I just have totally a passion about it for myself. But when I first started the progesterone cream a year and a half ago when it came out, I could not understand it. So you can come from knowing nothing all the way to all that I know just by reading, listening to tapes, having people come and talk and things like that. So we'll touch a little bit about that at the end, but right now we're going to go into a little bit more about the skincare. Arbonne has been around for 21 years. It's not going anywhere. It's got a firm foundation. It's a totally debt-free company, which is awesome to be able to say. It is network marketing, and a lot of times people are kind of scared about that, and you hear all these horror stories about that. But basically, what that means to you is they take out the middle person. It's you and Arbonne. You order your stuff from Arbonne; it gets directly sent to you. There's no advertising, not a lot of the high cost that when you walk into dealers, when you buy something from them, there is a huge markup on that stuff because of all the steps that it takes to get to them to get to you, okay? So basically network marketing is referring your friends and people you know and talking to them about something that you enjoy. When you go see a movie or go to a great restaurant and you refer it to somebody else, they don't give you a commission on that, but with Arbonne you get that. When you refer this to your friends and get them started on it, then you also can make the commission on that. Botanically based products, it's very nourishing to the skin, and it's just things that are very natural to your skin. I think one of the things that really turned me on about Arbonne, and actually right in the packet, if you'll open it up, there's only a couple things I want to go through with you today on that, but in your packet there is a